Hello and welcome back to Fluttering Butterflies. My name is Michelle and today I'm sharing with you my June book haul. I was incredibly lucky during the month of June and I received 20 books for review and one book was given to me by a blogging friend. So let's get started. The first book that arrived for me is A Curious Tale of the Lady Caribou by Katherine Johnson. I took part in the blog tour for this book. This is just like a bound proof, but I also sent this very lovely finished copy as well. I will leave links down below to the review that I wrote for this book as well as an interview that I did with Katherine Johnson. I also received this copy of How to Be Bad by E. Lockhart, Lauren Miracle and Sarah Milnowski. I've heard such good things about this book. I love E. Lockhart in particular. I'm really excited to read this book. Also from Hotkey Books, I was sent this copy of Being a Girl by Haley Long. This is a non-fiction guide to help preteens and teen girls through puberty and sex and all sorts of things that might be confusing or that they need a little bit more advice or help regarding. It was a great book. It had some fantastic illustrations by Gemma Coral. From Usborne, I received this copy of Deep Water by Lou Hershey. I've already read this book. I thought it was cute. It was interesting and really quick to read. I did want it to be a little bit darker or have a slight edge to it. All the characters are a little bit too nice for me and I wanted there to be a little bit more complexity within the characters, but I loved the setting in Cornwall and the way that Cornish myths and legends are interwoven into this story. I also received this copy of Endgame by C.J. Doherty. This is the final book in the Night School series and I'm so excited about this and I love the cover. It poses so many questions. Why? Why is there a big fire behind her? Why is Samaria Academy on fire? I need to know these things. I also received this copy of Stone Rider by David Hoffmeyer and I love the tagline. You know me guys, I love taglines, and this one says, "Ride for hope, ride for love, ride for revenge." On the back of this it says The Hunger Games meets The Road and I am just so intrigued. I was also sent this beautiful special edition paperback of The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Oh, I love this book. I'm really intrigued to read this book. It's The Dark Light by Julia Bell. I believe it's an LGBT story involving a cult. And I really like that idea. It sounds interesting and I love the idea of different sexualities being explored within a religious community. I also received this new cover edition of the first Princess Diaries book by Meg Cabot. I think it's gorgeous. What a stunning, stunning new cover of this book. If you haven't yet started The Princess Diaries, I think that now is a great time to begin. I also received a finished copy of Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten. I've been hearing interesting things about this book, particularly the ending, so I am quite intrigued to give this one a go and see what the fuss is about. I also received a finished copy of The Baby by Lisa Drakeford. I took part in the Extract blog tour for this book and I will leave a link down below to my review and also the first extract from the book. It was a really fun read. It tells the story of 5 different individuals who were all present at the birth of a baby at a 17th birthday party, and this story tells about the consequences and sort of aftermath in the lives and friendships and relationships of these 5 characters due to this unexpected baby. I also received a finished copy of Because You'll Never Meet Me by Leah Thomas and a finished copy of The Lost and the Found by Kat Clark. I will be taking part in the blog tour for this book as well, and By the time this video goes live, I'm sure that my review of the book and also my interview with Kat Clark will also have been published on my blog, so I will leave links down below. This is the story about a girl whose sister, who was kidnapped many years ago, has now been returned to her family, and this is the story about her sister's return. The new book by Sophie Mackenzie called All My Secrets. It's a new thriller about a girl on this strange island with a bunch of other teenagers. I don't know a great deal about it, but I've definitely enjoyed a lot of books by Sophie Mackenzie in the past, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I also received Killer Game by Kirsty McKay. This is about a game played at a boarding school, kind of like a murder mystery sort of thing, except this time it's different. This time people are actually dying, and the tagline there reads, "Who will be left after lights out?" I don't know. I'll have to find it. I'll have to read it and find out. I also received The Memory Hit by Carlos Bradbury. On the back of this it says, "A dark and suspenseful thriller that keeps you guessing." Sounds intriguing. There's quite a few thrillers on this list this month. I also received this book. It's called Time Bomb by Scott K. Andrews, and I believe this is a time travel adventure story involving 3 teenagers from different time periods, and it sounds fascinating. I'm really interested to see where this story will go, and I believe it's the first book in a series. And I also have another copy of Off the Page by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer, and a second copy of Way Down Dark by J.P. Smith. The book I wanted to show you is this book, Boys Don't Cry by Mallory Blackman. This is a secondhand copy that I got from Sally at Picnic YA. Thank you so much, Sally. I have already read this book, but I didn't have a copy for my personal library, and now I do. Hurrah! So that's it from me today. Here are some of the books that I received during the month of June. Where do you think I should start? Which are you most excited about? Do let me know in comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.